going to start with high knee. As we lift our knees, we're also keeping our elbows at a 90-degree angle and pulling up and back. So a lot going on here, warming up the arms, the legs, and the core. So find a rhythm. It's going to be 30 seconds. We're going to go through these drills 3 times. Good. Okay, make sure you have a little space on each side of you. We're going to do a 2-step shuffle. So a couple steps one way, then a couple steps the other way. And if you want to make it lower impact, you can just keep it to a steady step, or you can make it a little hop. So slight bend in our knee, staying nice and low, working on our agility. Arms are kind of out front, more than halfway. Aside. All right, good. So this next one, we're going to keep our feet wide. We're going to make a T, and we're going to reach and touch. So I'm bending my knees slightly to touch down. So opposite foot, opposite toe. If the toe's too far, you can go for the knee. Bending knees slightly to make it reach, and I'm alternating sides. Warming up the legs and arms. It's okay to kind of sit back into that heel and bend the leg. Going back to that T every time. All right, rest. That was round 1 of the warm-up. We're going to do 2 more rounds. So we're back to the knee raise with the 90-degree bend. So a few seconds, so take a deep breath. You'll start to feel these in your shoulders. Okay, so start with the knee raise, and then once you have that down, you can add the arms, bringing them up and back, rotating as far back as your shoulder joint will allow. And as you get warm, you can pull that knee higher up to the chest. Maybe pick up the pace a little bit, get that heart pumping. Those look good. All right, take a little break. This time, instead of shuffling back and forth, we're going to shuffle forward, shuffle back. So you can just step, or you can stay low, and it's like a little jog forward, a little jog back. All right, that's our go. My knees are bent. I'm staying low. I'm kind of catching myself on one foot before I transition back or forward. Working our agility. Little steps, stay light on your feet. Don't run into your computer. Almost there. All right, rest, and then we're back to our T touchdowns. You have a few seconds here. Every rest break is 15. So the work interval doubles the rest. That's the most effective formula to get results. All right, here we go. Okay, to bend the legs. You don't have to have them locked out. We try to keep the arms straight. Halfway. Starting to wake up. All right, good job. We're going to do one more round of that warm-up, and then we're going to pick up some weights. So now that you're warm, you know the movements. You can add some speed. You can add a little bit of punch behind the movement. So starting with knee raise, elbows back. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit now that I'm warm. A little higher with my march. Looking good. Keep it going. All right, we're gonna go back to our shuffle side to side. So nice and low, 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. Or you can take it to a lower impact version. Step it out or skip. All right, just stay light on your feet. There you go. Looking good. Back and forth. 10 more seconds. Stay with it. All right, back to our final warm-up drill. T touchdowns, bending the knee, and then we're gonna lift some weight. All right, get your T ready. Last time, opposite hand, opposite foot or knee. Try to breathe a little harder. Looking good. Last 10 seconds. All right, so pick up one dumbbell only. If you have a heavier pair, I'd go with the heavier one. So just one dumbbell. We're gonna start in a wide stance. Dumbbell is up and over our right shoulder, and we're gonna chop it down to the left leg. So it's up over the right shoulder, pulling it down to my left hip. So different angle here. So I'm doing a little mini squat with it as I rotate. So pace yourself. 30 seconds can feel long when we're doing something dynamic like this. Good, and before we switch sides, we're gonna do a different exercise in the middle here. So this one, we're gonna swing and pop up to overhead. You have a few seconds to catch your breath. So another squat stance. You're gonna sit back, pop up, and it's gonna stay at the top for just a second. And I'm still kind of squatting down. Pop that dumbbell up. So on these type of movements, it helps if you can find a rhythm. Looking good. And rest. Okay, now we have our other wood chopper. So this time we're going to start up high over the left side, chop down to the right hip. Feet wide, still in squat stance. Getting our heart rate going. So the left shoulder, right hip. So this is working our core. And you're chopping down, like you're chopping wood. Adding a little squat every time. Not a super deep squat, but a little. Great job. All right, you made it through those. The next one, keep your single dumbbell. It's a chest press. You're going to be pressing straight out. I'm going to add a pivot and rotate sides every time just to make it more fun. But otherwise, just out and back into the chest. Fatiguing the arms and shoulders. Remember, the pivot's optional. Pace yourself. This one gets tiring, but you got it. Remember to take deep breaths. All right, I'm going to set my weight down and let my hands relax for a second. The next one, we're going to bring the weight up and over the head. And we're going to be doing side bends for the core. So you want to have a soft bent knee, feet about shoulder width apart, or maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width. And I'm just bending a little bit with my hip side to side. So this is going to burn out the arms. They're going to get tired overhead. And you're gonna feel it in your obliques. Those are the core muscles on your sides. So kind of an awkward movement, but this is all about getting out of our comfort zone, trying some new stuff. So don't overdo the movement here, it's small. All right, so now, wide stance, dumbbells in one hand. We're gonna do a sumo squat to a one-arm row. At 15 seconds, we're gonna switch hands. All right, so go. Be careful with that upright row not to knock your chin. At 15 seconds, we'll switch arms without missing a beat. All right, go ahead and switch. So now I'm still squatting, but rowing with the opposite hand up. Every time I come up, arm comes up too. All right, we're gonna come down to our mat. We're gonna be doing a Russian twist, so two-hand hold. You can leave both feet down, and we're tapping that weight side to side. I'm tapping the floor, but if you can't reach the floor, that's okay. Just a small rotation here. You can lean it back if you want a little bit more. If you really want to make it challenging, you can lift the feet. You choose an option, and I'm pausing a little bit in the middle every time. All right, nice job. We're going to come back up onto our feet. I'm going to hold the weight behind my back. Two-hand grip. It's going to be a deadlift. So weights behind my back, holding it in each hand. Knees are bent. So a deadlift and coming back up. So bend those knees to protect your lower back. This is targeting the hamstrings. You got it. Working hard today. All right. Let's do one more and we'll take a water break. We're going to go back down to our mat. Dumbbell's going to be in the middle. I'm on both hands. The wrists are square. You can be on both elbows. I'm going to row and then switch sides, alternating arm row. But if you can't be in a high plank, you can rest on your knees and do the same movement. Or eliminate the row altogether and just hold a plank on the forearms or on the knees. Pulling that elbow back and close to the body. All right, let's take a break. That was round one of the single dumbbell series. I know I felt those, so grab your water. And we're going to go through that series 2 more times. It's looking good. Okay. Hopefully you got a little bit of water. We're going to go through it again. So remember, at any time if you needed to take a break, that's fine. We're going to start with our high-low chop. So one dumbbell. We're going to bring it over the right shoulder, a little squat, sweeping into the left hip. So find a flow here. You're chopping wood. So you're swinging the axe down and over. High on the right, low on the left. Control the form. Nothing too loose. Find a pace. Whew. Take a break. Next one, before switching sides, we're going to do to the front. Popping it up for that little rest overhead for about a second. One more deep breath. All right, so it's swing, pop to the top, up and overhead. And as soon as you walk out, you're back in your squat. So these are shallow squats, not super deep. A little bit more cardiovascular here. Looking good. I like the pace. Keep it moving. All right, take a break. You deserve it. Now we have our other side for the wood chop, so we're going to start high on the left and sweep it to the right hip. Whew, a couple of deep breaths. All right, great. Up and over on the left, a little squat. Chopping to the right hip. Working our core, our arms. You got it. Ten more seconds. Stay strong. Nicely done. All right. Next, we have that straight out chest press. This one gets tiring. You can add the pivot to give yourself a little challenge, or you can just go straight out. You choose. But you're going to punch those arms out and then bring them all the way back into the chest. Arms and shoulders on fire. Looking good. Keep your momentum. Okay, I'm going to set my weight down for a minute to rest my hands. Next up, we have the overhead side bends, holding our weight up and over to work our obliques and our abdominals and fatigue the arms. So weight up and over, and this is a very subtle movement, side to side. You can probably even do it without the weight and feel something. So this one's meant to feel kind of funny. We're not really used to moving our body this way. Don't overdo it. It's a very small movement. A little dip side to side. My arms are a little bit bent overhead. I'm probably just moving an inch or two. All right, back down. We have our single arm upright row with our sumo squat, so legs are wide. Start with one hand, and I'll tell you when to switch. Widen those feet, toes out. All right, squat and row. Up under the chin, being careful not to go too fast and hit your chin. And some speed here if you're feeling good. All right, let's switch arms. Still squatting, just switching sides with the dumbbell. Coming down to our mat for the Russian twist, with or without the dumbbell. You can start out with those feet down. Knees are bent. And I'm rotating, tapping each side, pausing in the middle. Before I turn, if you want to add a challenge, you can lift the feet and lean back more. You pick. Try to breathe. I think this one's hard to breathe on, but make sure you're getting some air. You got it. Nicely done. Okay, a couple more till water break. We're going to come up. Weight is behind my back. I'm holding it in both hands. We're doing that deadlift. So feet about shoulder width apart, knees are bent. And I'm just tipping over, hinging at the hips. Knees are bent. So my hips are just the hinge. I feel it in my hamstrings and my glutes. You can choose how far you bend. Do what feels best for your body. And control your pace here. You don't want any wild swinging, just nice control, good form. One more before water. Back on our mat, either high or low plank. We're going to alternate arm row, or just hold the plank on your hands or forearms. You can pick. This one's really hard. So whatever you choose is fine. So start. I'm planking, and I'm switching hands for my row. Remember, you can be on your knees. modified. Trying to keep my back low. It's arched a little up, but trying not to pick up my hip too much. Few more seconds, stay with it. Ooh, okay, water break. Round 2 is complete. We have one more round of the same exercises. Everyone's looking strong. Now that everyone knows the exercises for this final round with one dumbbell, you can pick up the pace a little bit if you want. Okay. Go ahead and make your way back to your spot. Couple deep breaths. We're going to start with our high-low chop, right to left. Ready, and go. So right shoulder chopping down to the left hip. Last time. We'll see these. Really working our rotation, our core. You can add a little power to that chop if you're feeling good. Getting those reps in. All right, take your break. Take out the legs. We have our high-low swing facing forward. So the next one we're going to swing and pop it up overhead. Make sure you have a good grip if your hands are getting sweaty. So pop. I need to rest for a millisecond at the top of the movement. And then sit back down into the heels for a little squat. Looking good. Stay with it. All right. Shake it out again. We have our last wood chopper. This time up high over the left shoulder, chopping down to the right hip. So feet wide. Bringing the weight up and over to the left, chopping to the right. Baby squat each time. Halfway. Couple more. All right, we're all done with those wood choppers. Chest press. You can add a rotation to it if you want. Otherwise, just straight forward. I'm gonna add a pivot, so I'm gonna pivot and press, or you can just eliminate the footwork and just press straight forward, straight back. Full extension every time. Even if your weight is light, you'll probably start to feel these. They get tiring. Keep it up. Whew, all right. Awesome job. I'm going to set my weight down, relax my hands. Next, we have the up and over side bends. Deep breath. Taking my weight back up and over, tilting a little bit side to side. My knees are a little bit bent. This one's weird, but it's effective. Stick with it, just a little bend side to side. Arms will get tired too. All right, those are done with for the day. So we have our sumo squat to upright row. We'll switch arms at the 15-second mark. Start with either hand, holding the weight. All right. Head and chest tall. And pulling that elbow up to the best of your ability. All right, switch arms. Keep your pace through the end. For the last time. Down to the mat, Russian twist, with or without your weight. Knees bent. I'm going to tap my weight side to side, pausing in the middle. Moving back a little bit. Back to my breath. All right, that's our go. Tap, pause, tap. And you can even lift the feet if you really want to. Breathe. I think this is one of the hardest ones to breathe on. Whew, okay. Couple more. We have our deadlift, so grab that weight behind your back, like this. And we're going to keep our knees nice and bent. Feet a little bit wider than hip width. And deadlift. If it feels good, you can bend a little deeper. But keep those knees slightly bent, hinging at the hips. One more, then we'll take our break. We have our high plank row. Remember, here you can stay on the knees and row, or you can take it up to the toes. I'm going to alternate hands. That's our go. So one arm, then the other. Trying to keep as level as I can with my hip. Elbow close to the body, pulling back. Ten more seconds, we got it. Whew, done. Water break. The next section is going to use 2 dumbbells. It's going to be a little bit shorter than the one we just completed, so take heart, the end is near. So with the 2 dumbbells, we want light to medium weights. Same idea, we're going to go through them 3 times, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. And then all we have left after this 2 dumbbell segment is a cool down. So today's been pretty intense, pretty hard, but stick with it. Okay, come back to your spot. You have both dumbbells. Before I start the timer, I'll demonstrate, because I know it's hard to watch if you're already on the floor. We're going to be on our backs. Bridge position, which means the hips are up. And then we're doing a chest press. So if you've come to class before, we've done this before. If the bridge is too much, you can just lay flat on the floor. So we're going to get ready. And that's our go. So heels close to butt. Bridge the hips. Weights tap at the top, then come back down with a chest press. Or you can just lay flat on your back with the knees bent. Well done. Bonus sit up. We get to come back onto our feet. Both weights are going to be by our sides. This is called a low stance reverse lunge. So I'm staying low the whole time and lunging back. If a lunge is too much, you're just going to stay in a low stance and step back. But the difference is I'm not standing up fully between each rep. I'm still in a low kind of crouched down position as I do these. So these are demanding. Whew. Leg burner. Staying low the whole time. Oh, we made it. All right, next one. We're going to hinge at the hips. alternating arm row. So one arm, then the other. 2 more seconds. All right. Alternating side row. Working against gravity. You want to be bent at the hips. This one will also build lower back strength. Keep the knees bent. Nice soft knees. This one's a good endurance move as well. All right, we made it through. Okay, next one is called a front hold squat. So it's going to burn out the biceps while we're squatting. So I'm going to hold my hands here, up against my shoulders, fingertips facing me, and then I'm squatting. So this is the front squat. So the weight's in a different position than what we're used to, which switches up the muscles being hit in our squat and forces us to work our core a little bit harder. And it works our biceps. Definitely a tough one. Stay with it. Okay, next one's a rear delt raise. Same stance as our alternating row. Knees bent. This time it's almost like a reverse hug. So knees are bent, called a rear delt raise. And it's keeping the elbows bent, knees bent, and opening up and back. To work our upper traps. And as always, our core. When I first started doing these, they felt really awkward at first. So these take some practice. Don't feel like you have to master every move your first try. Part of this class is just learning and trying new things, as long as you stay injury-free. Okay, good. Water break. That was round 1 of the 2 dumbbell series. Definitely intense. Short but intense. So the type of workout we're doing is also called HIIT, H-I-I-T, which stands for high intensity interval training. It's an effective way to train because it saves time and you get not only a strength workout, but also aerobic conditioning. So you're getting a lot accomplished, and also this type of workout raises your metabolic rate for the next 48 hours. So we could all use a little boost, especially now with our metabolism. All right, hopefully you grab some water. We're gonna be back in our lying bridge position for our dumbbell chest press. So kind of come on back down to the floor with both your dumbbells. Bridge position, that's our go. So I have my hips up, dumbbells tapped at the top, getting my chest press reps. Remember, you can keep the hips down if that's too much. Find a pace, extend all the way at the top. All right, we're going to come up onto the feet. This next one is that low stance alternating lunge or step back. So I'll show you the side view. So I'm staying low, weights are at the side. And I'm never standing completely up. My knees are bent. You can either lunge or just step back. Really burns out the quads, the muscles in the front of your legs. So it's almost like a crouched down position. Really taxing for the legs. We got this. Stay low. Oh, almost knocked over our board. Keep going. Whew, we made it through that one, thank goodness. That one really gets my heart rate up. Okay, next is we have our bent alternating row. The knees are bent and hinged over at the waist. One arm, then the other arm. So even holding this position is a workout in itself. Then we have the row to make it even harder. Knees are bent. Protect that low back. Getting stronger in all those weak points. Ooh, we made it through that one. We have our front hold squat. So kind of come up like you're gonna do a dumbbell curl. And you can rest the weights against your chest here. I'm not holding them out. They're rested against, right underneath my collarbone. And then squatting down and back. Kind of looking up to keep my heels down and keep my spine in alignment. You can gaze up or just straight ahead. Again, changing the position of our weight here adds different demands on our balance and strength. Those little changes can make a big difference. Whew. One more, then we'll take a quick break since these are so intense. So we have our rear delt raises, reverse hug, slight bend in the elbow, bend in both knees, tilting forward, rear delt raises. Practice makes perfect, so just use this time to practice. Ten more seconds. All right, let's take a quick break. I know we just took a break, but these are pretty demanding, so I want to make sure we stay hydrated and that we have enough energy to knock out our last set. So grab some water. I know it's been pretty hot here. So really make sure you stay hydrated. Even if you don't feel thirsty, try to sip on water throughout the day. All right. Let's knock out that last round before cool down and stretching. We're back on the mat. Bridge position. Hips high or low. We have our last set of chest press. So get ready. And that's our go. You know the movement now, so you can add a little bit of power on the way up and then slow lower. So push hard up, slow lower down. And they can tap at the top. All right, bonus sit up, come on up. This next one's the hardest one for me. I think it's that low stance, alternating lunge or step back. So we're staying low the whole time, which really gives you that burn. All right, that's our go. Staying low. Bending both knees. Quads are on fire. Our last time here though. The lunge doesn't feel good, just step. But try to keep it low. Hovering. 5 more seconds, we got it. Whew, okay, done with those. Next up, we have our alternating row. One arm at a time. So just holding that position in itself is tough if you want to lose the weight. All right, that's our go. Rowing. Keep the elbow close to the body. Alternate sides. Try to get equal amount of reps on each side. Ten more seconds, we can do it. Whew, done. Two more exercises with the weights, guys, we got it. We have our front squat, arms held up high, and if you have the flexibility, you can kind of rest the weight against your upper chest. I have the weight right underneath my collarbone, and then sitting down and back, gazing up or straight ahead to keep our posture in alignment. This is called a front squat. And you'll see bodybuilders do these with a barbell. Everyone's learning a lot of new stop, hopefully. Whew, okay, all we have left with the weights is our rear delt raise. Then we have pull down. Last one with the weights. All right, let's commit. Here we go. No stopping, no breaks. This is our last 30 seconds with resistance. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear my breathing. 5 more seconds, don't stop. Done. All right, put your weights to the side. So we're just gonna start a little cool down, body weight. So the first cool down move is a side to side butt kick. And then I'm just letting my arms come out. I'm stepping side to side. Nice and easy. If it hurts to bring your heel back, you can also bring your leg up. I know sometimes with knee issues, the butt kick hurts. We're just going to go through our cool down 3 rounds, just like we did with the warm up, and then we'll stretch a little bit. Today's class is a little shorter, but we worked hard during our intervals. All right, the next one is a shallow duck walk. So we're going to come down and we walk 4 steps forward, 4 steps back. So I know it's a little bit hard for a cool down exercise, but it stretches out the hips. Since we did a lot of hip bends and different movements with the hips today, I want to make sure we kind of stretch them out with this, even though this is a little tough. I'm just doing 4 little steps forward. It's called the duck walk. All right, and then the next one is just going to be a big arm swing, crossing over, and I'm kind of sitting up and back in my heels. So kind of giving a little heel raise as well, heel to toe raise. All right, so a little hop, bringing the arms, stretching them back, leaning back, and then tilting forward in the toes. Deep breath here. Stretching our shoulders. We did a lot of shoulder work today too. Go back. All right, that's round 1. We have a couple more rounds. So back to our butt kick or knee lift. We're cooling down. The heart rate's still up, but we're stretching out the joints and ligaments and muscles. And we'll stretch at the end. Nice and easy here. You don't have to go fast unless you want to. Really pull the shoulder blades back and give them a little squeeze. Working on your posture. Might as well, since we're going through the motions anyways, might as well make them effective. Whew. All right, then we have our shallow duck walk. So if you have room, 4 steps forward, 4 back, or you can just do 2 steps forward, 2 back. All right, so feet apart. Start a little crouch. And you kind of turn, kind of a silly little walk. More than halfway, you got it. All right, and then we have our arm swing with a little toe heel tilt. A few more seconds. Just relax. All right. Big arms. We'll rock back and forth. Looking good. I like the rhythm I see. All right, let's do one more round of those body weight movements and we'll do a nice stretch. Looking good. Just relax for a second. Last time. Knee lift or butt kick. Bring the hands out for balance. A little bit of rhythm to it. Light on the feet. Just enjoy. All right, shallow duck walk. Last time for this funky one. So you can do 2 to 4 steps forward, 2 to 4 steps back. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just like a little crouch down step with a little side to side movement. Looking kind of funny. Stretching out the hip. Just nice and agile. All right, last but not least, here's our little tilts. The last moving drill of the day. All right, tilting up and back. Your mind wander a little bit here. Feels good to finish a hard workout like that. To breathe deep. All right, I'm going to turn the timer off and we're just going to do some stretches. So first one, we're just going to let the arms hang, the head and neck hang. And swing those arms a little bit side to side, like a gorilla. Nice and easy. Neck relaxed. All right, inhale, stand up. Take your time, you might feel a little dizzy. I'm gonna bring one foot forward, one foot back. Leaning into that front leg, stretching this back hip flexor. I'm gonna add arms behind the back for a little extra stretch. Feel it in my back calf. And then I'm going to switch to the opposite foot is forward, opposite foot back, same thing. Leaning through that front leg. Arms stretched back. You can gaze upwards with a little back bend. All right, good job. And then last one of the day. We're just going to bring one arm across, stretch out that shoulder. Good job for the